One of the biggest criticisms of the original Resident Evil 4 was towards Ashley Graham, as many players found her to be both annoying and useless throughout. And so, will they switch up things with her character a bit in the reimagining of Resident Evil 4, or will they keep her more or less the same as she was in the original? Based off the teaser trailer that we all saw a while back, it does seem as though she will remain more or less the same, as we see her running around frantically in what appears to be the village portion of the game. Now, if this is the case, I would be perfectly fine with it, as I had no real issues with Ashley in the original game. I always thought it was a bit overblown how people would say she's so annoying and frustrating and things like that. I actually thought the AI in that game was pretty good, and on top of that, she's not even really around enough to be annoying. Most of the time she's captured in some way and Leon's by himself. So I never really understood the frustration towards Ashley, and so if they do decide to keep her as she was in the original, I'd be all for it. That being said, if they do decide to give her some sort of combat ability, I hope they keep it exclusive to melee-based attacks only, as I think it fits the character better. They could have it where she carries around some sort of melee weapon, similar to how Mora carried around a crowbar in Revelations 2. I'd be perfectly fine with something like that, or you could have various objects that she could pick up and throw, similar to how she could throw the lanterns in the original Resident Evil 4, and you could even have it where Leon could command her to do that and throw those objects, similar to how he could command her to hide in a dumpster in the original game. So something like that I think would really fit Ashley's character, but as far as using guns and stuff like that, I just can't really see it. I don't see her having good accuracy or anything like that. It just doesn't really fit that character. She's the damsel in distress, and so I think it'd be better for guns to be exclusive to Leon and actually use some sort of melee weapon. On top of that, she's always getting captured, so it'd be kind of weird that she continuously gets her gun back every time. Like, the villains aren't that dumb, are they? I think what'd be cooler to see is each stage she gets a different melee weapon. So the village, she could find like some farm tool or something like that that she uses as her melee weapon. Then when you get to the castle, maybe she finds some sort of medieval weapon of some sort that she can use. And then when you get to the island, she could have like a shock rod or something, similar to how Sherry had a shock rod in Resident Evil 6. So I think something like that could be really cool to see, and I would actually enjoy that. But what do you think? Should she remain more or less the same as she was in the original and just sort of follow along Leon? Would you actually like to see her have some form of combat? And if so, would you want it to just be exclusive to melee-based attacks? Or would you want to actually see her wielding around a gun or something like that? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, and I shall see you all on the next one. See you then.